Hello, my name is Prayag, and my book talk assignment is on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It is a fictional fantasy book by author J.K. Rowling, and it's a part of an 8-book series. So Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets follows the story of Harry Potter, and he is back for his second year of learning at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. However, upon coming back, he finds the castle shrouded in mystery and fear, as rumors of an unknown chamber being opened goes around. There are soon reports of students being petrified, and the school is on the verge of being closed. To find the truth and do what's right, Harry, along with his friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, get together and follow clues about Hogwarts' past and find the danger that is lurking below the castle. Filled with mystery and adventure, the book explores themes of courage, discrimination, and actions that define who you are. I'm going to now read a passage from the book. It is from chapter 17, Heir of Slytherin, page 335 to 336. So this is a copy of the book. This is what the front looks like. And then this is what the back looks like. So now it's time for my connections and reflections of the book. I chose this scene because I think it's one of my favorite moments from the book, and as a child I always loved this movie. This was my favorite movie of the 8 movies, and this was my favorite scene. I always loved snakes as a child, so it is my favorite scene. One big theme from this book is discrimination and prejudice, and that is between the pureblood students and the muggle-born students. Pureblood students being the kids who are born from wizarding families, while muggle-born students are not. And some pureblood students in this book think that they are much better than the muggle-born students, and it is not from them, but it's acquired from their parents and relatives. But they call it muggle-born students mudbloods, which means dirty blood. I kind of personally relate to this because back when I lived in Bangladesh and went to school in Bangladesh, which is a predominantly Muslim country, I used to face some discrimination from my peers for being a different religion from them. They would tell me that my religion wasn't real and that their religion was the only thing that was real, and I was just like, I should switch religions. And I didn't think much of it because I was a child back then and I didn't really understand the severity of this, so I just ignored it. And one example that I do want to bring up is one time I remember wearing a red thread around my wrist because it was a religious practice we did, and my friends told me, oh, if you don't cut it off, we will not be friends with you. So me being the naive child that I was, I did cut it off because I did want to keep my friends. So yeah, I didn't kind of understand the severity back in the day, but now that I'm looking back on it, I understand that even though it wasn't anything serious, it is still discrimination and it shouldn't be happening in the first place. And so then my next connection, it connects to my next connection, which is between the text and world. As I said before, discrimination is a big theme in the book, and I think this relates with the world because discrimination is a very big issue and has been and still will. And so many people have worked hard against discrimination. However, certain people still think that they're better than others, calling them names, thinking of each other as dirty, but at the end of the day, we all are just humans. And my last connection is between text and text. And the perfect example I could think of is Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. I personally haven't read the book, but I did watch the movie. And I see the resemblance because they both are about a hero who is first newly introduced to a new world that they never knew about, never even knew existed, and then it's just about their adventures, and they really truly do understand that they belong there. And yeah, the similarities I'm gonna cut this out. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I find the two similar because it's both the second adventure of our hero, and yeah, it both explores themes of courage and doing the right thing, even though it might seem scary and intimidating. That's why I see the connection. So yeah, in conclusion, I really enjoyed this book. It's one of my favorite stories of all time, Harry Potter. I really like that series because it also is a fantasy book, obviously, and it provides some kind of escape for certain people. I know it did for me, so that's why I really like this series. And this book, as I said before, it's my favorite. The second one is my favorite. So it allowed me to revisit some childhood memories that I really loved. And not just that, it also highlights real world problems such as discrimination. So it's a very entertaining book, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, that concludes my book talk. Thank you for listening. Bye.